What's up, fellas? So I got a patron supporter said, "Hey, yo, man, give us some advanced game, man. I know you get new subscribers every day, but give us some advanced game." And then, you know, whenever somebody say that, right, I look at the questions they gave me and I'm like, okay, when you gonna write down the advanced questions? I always say that. I've never seen a guy who said, give us some advanced game, then he wrote down the question what he want, and I'm like, that's more basic than the shit I just did. I always found that shit. That just goes to show you, what does that tell y'all guys? That tells y'all that perception is different to everybody. What's advanced to you might not be advanced to somebody else, and what's advanced to somebody else might be advanced. So it's just all in what's perception to you, what's difficult to you. All right, because the question he asked me, I didn't really find nothing advanced about them at all. But I wrote them down, came up with 4 questions. They were good questions, but I don't think that when I, you know, like some of the questions I had to literally go down and write down a whole bunch of notes and unpack the shit. I just wrote down the questions. I ain't even take down no notes or nothing. I was like, I ain't even got to take no notes for this shit, dog. But anyway, shout out my man D Low Key with his advanced questions. All right. But what was the first one? The first one was how to make a woman chase you and only you. Oh, he want to obsessing over him. Well, guys, I got some truth to tell y'all guys with this shit right here. The only way you can get a woman to chase you guys is she has to have high interest and be weak mentally. What do I mean by that, guys? Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all guys something right now. There ain't nothing you can do to get some women to chase you. You can have the best dick, the best tongue, the most money, all right, the most charisma, and if a woman is not mentally weak, she would not chase you. I give y'all guys, I put it back on you guys. Let's say any of the guys who've been following me and over here in the mindset of abundance. Let's think of my boy Peter over here. My boy Peter, I know he's in the mindset of abundance. I can tell by the comments he write that he's in the mindset of abundance. Shout out Sleazeball Peter. I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't nothing a woman could do to make my boy Peter chase her. Nothing. There ain't nothing, because he's mentally strong. She could get some beta simps to chase her. Guys, I get women trying to manipulate me into chasing them. I laugh. Y'all guys ought to see. Y'all guys done see me over here, and y'all done seen me deal with a few African chicks. And African chicks, the reason I like deal with African chicks, well, first of all, I'm in New York, where it's just a lot of fucking African and Jamaicans up here, first of all. But second of all, they bodies be like just banging. Like the African girl bodies, I don't know if that shit genetics, what the fuck it is, something in the food or water over there. But all the African chicks bodies be banging. But anyway, they are full of manipulation. They are full of it. Try to get you to chase them. I don't know what the fuck little simp shit they got going on in Africa over there. But baby, this is America. Well, it's some simps over here too. But I ain't chasing. All right, they give you a little booty, give you a little head, then they pull back. Want you to chase. How many times y'all done had girls give you some ass, give you some head, tell you how good you is, and then they pull back? Want you to chase. A simp would chase. A mentally strong man, no matter what you do, is not going to chase. And the same thing goes for a woman. So the answer to your question is she has to be mentally weak and she has to have high interest. A woman living in the mindset of abundance is not going to chase your ass. You can book it. No matter what you do, she is not going to chase you. The next thing I have to ask you is why you want her to chase you. This sounds like you have an attachment, and so you want her to care about you as much as you care about her. That's what the impression I'm getting, because I quite frankly don't give a fuck if no woman chase me. I quite frankly don't even give a fuck. Quite frankly, guys, I don't even care if a woman ever calls me. I'll just text her on Tuesday or Wednesday, set up the date for Friday or Saturday, and that's all I need. Go out, have a couple drinks, come fuck your ass to sleep, and take your ass on home. I don't give a fuck if she ever calls me, because I'm not looking for love. I don't care about a woman chasing me. I don't care. It means nothing to me, because I'm not looking for a relationship. I could care less. She could never call me. I hit her up on Wednesday, text her, All right, the first phone call, yes, I'll call her, but I'm talking about like we already fucking, we in the process of fucking. You ain't never gotta call me. I'll text you Wednesday, hey, how your morning going? Or good afternoon, how's your day going? Oh, it's going great. You free Saturday? Yeah, I'm free Saturday. Okay, all right, boom. If we get to a point where can I, was she getting all distance or not making dates? Boom, time for another chick to come in. That's it. I don't care. I don't care if she ever pursue me. I don't care if she ever chase me, because I'm not looking for love. I could care fucking less. Whether a woman chase you has nothing really to do with you. It's more about her than it is to do with you. It really is. It really is. It's more about her being in a scarcity mindset than anything you could ever fucking do. And what I mean by a scarcity mindset, let's say I know y'all guys are high value men and shit like this. People who live in abundance mindset, they always think like, yeah, but I can get another one. That's how people who live in abundance mindset. Any of you guys over here, you can have a bad dime. Woo, she could be bad. Turn heads, traffic, every goddamn thing. But when you're in the mindset of abundance and she go to pulling back or she won't set dates, you don't give a fuck. You feel like in your head, I would meet another bitch better than her. You don't go into this, yeah, but she bad. You don't give a fuck. So that's the answer to your question. And you know how to build high interest. You know how to build high interest. And a lot of times, guys, with the high interest, that, you just be yourself. And sometimes women you just gonna do it for. That's a lot of times with the high interest, where you just do it. You go out with her and your personality just does it for her. For whatever reason. It don't fucking matter. Whatever it is, your personality just does it for her. All right, of course you can blow it by over pursuing and being too available and giving a validation and all this other bullshit. But none of you guys are doing that. All you guys know how to be high value men. So the high interest part, outside of you not over pursuing and acting like a beta simp, is just being yourself, and everything else falls in place. If you date enough women and you meet enough women, you will meet a woman that you just knock her fucking socks off. I mean, nothing you did spectacular. The last girl, you could barely get a date, and this bitch here won't stop calling. That's just, sometimes you just get lucky like that. But even in those situations, if you meet a woman that's mentally strong, she still won't chase your ass. If a woman is mentally strong, you can steal her fucking purse, and she'll look back and she'll like, I'll just call the police. She's still not gonna chase your ass. I'm just telling you guys. All right, so stop focusing on trying to get a woman to chase your ass and chase this success. That's what I teach, guys. What I teach over here is, yeah, some of y'all guys still don't get it. Some of y'all just still don't get it. Y'all still think this is about women. This is not about women. I'm trying to develop y'all mindset. Purpose, hobbies, living your own life on your own terms. Let the women come to you. That's what I'm teaching. I'm trying to get y'all and the abundance does not necessarily come from just your options. That does help. The abundance comes from when you just, I have my purpose, I have my hobbies, and I know how to enjoy my own space, my own time. I know how to be alone. That is what that abundance mindset, that's what I've been teaching over here. So that's why I'm quite confused why you even care for a woman to chase. Who gives a fuck? Would you want to fall in love with you? Would you want to go out and get a ring or something? Why you care? All right, guys. The next thing he asked me was how to manipulate her to keep her on her toes. Well, guys, you keep a woman on her toes, on her toes, by not validating her, by not putting her before your purpose. See, that naturally, you don't got to go into no manipulation strategies. A man on his purpose automatically keeps on her toes because she sees that this motherfucker's not getting attached. So that naturally keeps her on her toes. So if you just do everything you're supposed to do as a high value man by not complimenting her and shit like this, by staying on your purpose, that naturally keeps her on her toes. Because you're showing that you're detached, that you don't come number one in my life. And of course, any bad behavior causes a pullback or a breakup. All right, guys. So you don't have to manipulate your way into keeping her on her toes. Just be yourself. Just be a high value man. And that would do it in itself. All right, guys. And with that even being said, you can't keep some women on their toes because they live in an abundance mindset. So they don't really, They'll value you as a man that they like and shit like that, but you won't keep her on her toes. Can't no woman keep me on my fucking toes. I don't give a fuck. How many times I gotta say that? You can't. I done had women try to keep me on my toes. I had a Sunday chick before this Sunday chick. Y'all remember when I first started, that was a different Sunday chick. And she tried to keep me on my toes. She would disappear for 2-3 weeks sometimes. Wouldn't call. Would try her best to get me to pursue her. She would go home to her state, to her country sometimes, and be gone a whole month. Maybe she texted me 1 time, 2 times. She was trying to do all she can to manipulate the situation. When you mentally strong, it ain't nothing you can do to keep me on my toes. You can't keep a mentally strong person on their toes. So if you run across a woman that's mentally strong, and when I say mentally strong, that simply means that they live in the mindset of abundance. You can't keep her on her toes. She's never going to be fearful of you leaving. She don't give a, well, she cares, but she's not going to be walking around on eggshells. I done had women try to do that to me, guys. It doesn't fucking work. You cannot manipulate strong-minded people. You can only manipulate weak people. Weak manipulation does not work on strong individuals. I'm just telling you right from the get-go. So stop worrying about that. Stop worrying about that. What I'm teaching over here ain't even fuck women. They just a byproduct of what I teach. Who gives a fuck them? What I teach over here is how you men how to be high value men. Women are just a byproduct of that. I'm trying to teach you men how to live in abundance. Y'all still running around here confused about choosing signals. Y'all still ain't figured this shit out. I know my logic is deeper than what it seems. Like some of those simple videos, they seem simple, but if you look deep into them, they develop in the mindset to what you need to succeed in life, not just with women. The women are just a byproduct. All right. Next thing he asked me was when to change over your rotation. Guys, I let women's behavior dictate, how long they're going to stay in my rotation. I don't have a set period of 6 months, 3 months turn. No. The last girl before this Sunday girl, I dated her for 2 years. At the end, her behavior, she started pushing, asking, is this going anywhere? It started getting to like it was every time I saw her, is this ever going anywhere? Is this ever going anywhere? I can deal with that once a month, once every 2 months. But at the end, it got to a point where we would sit down every Sunday and we had to have these long talks about, is this going anywhere? And see, at that point, it's time to get your ass up out of here. No, it ain't going anywhere. No, it ain't going anywhere. And that's when you let a woman get her ass on. If you doing everything you supposed to do, and you in your, you holding you on your swag, a woman is gonna start pushing for a relationship. When she start pushing too strong, you push her ass right on out the goddamn door. When you gotta give her ass a pep talk every time you see her about where's this going, it's time for her ass to go. I can deal with it once a month, once every 6 weeks. That's fine. But every time I see you, we gotta sit down. It got to a point every fucking Sunday we got into a 30-minute conversation about why isn't this going anywhere, and that's when it's time to get your ass up out of here. So obviously she gonna get out of the rotation if she's not being feminine. But my women typically are gonna remain feminine. My issue with most of my women is when they come to the realization that this ain't going anywhere, and that's when I have issues out of women. All right, guys, typically. All right, and the last one he asked me was how to accomplish goals. Well, this is simple, guys. If you're somebody who want to accomplish goals, you have to set deadlines. Deadlines. For every book that I've written, guys, I gave myself a deadline. And since I'm getting better at writing books, my deadlines are getting shorter and shorter because I expect more out of myself. The first one was kind of hard. Took me goddamn like a year to write a 38,000 word book. The second book took me it was like 62,000, 63,000 words. No, like 65,000 words, almost. And it took me about maybe 4 months. This next book, I'm giving myself to November 1st. Y'all won't get it to next year because it got to get edited. And so there's a lot of shit once I get through writing it. First, I got to edit it. So it take me a couple more weeks to go over and edit it myself. Then I send it to an editor. Then I got to get the book cover made. And then I got to do the format and all that shit. So y'all won't get it to next year probably, January or February. But I give myself deadlines. If you don't give yourself deadlines, you look up, it's 2022 and I'm still working on this goddamn book. That's how it works, guys. So when you give yourself deadlines and you hold yourself accountable to it, you see, that's the thing, guys. I can tell you guys like, man, what I do is, guys, how I stick to everything is I write it down in my calendar and I stick to it. Everything, my whole day is planned out and I stick to it. As far as with my goals, as when everything, if you got a certain amount of weight, if you want to lose 20 pounds, there's no reason you shouldn't have that done in 5 months. That's a pound a week. That's very realistic. All right, you give yourself a deadline. Don't give yourself a general goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. 20 pounds by when? 2029? No, you give yourself a deadline. So any of you guys have any goals you want to reach, just set a deadline and you have to hold yourself accountable to that. So if you don't have no accountability, then it doesn't work. That's why most people, guys, that's why entrepreneurship don't work for most people. They can only do shit when they got a boss with their foot in their ass. They can't just get up in the morning and be self-motivated. The only things that motivate some people is you're going to get fired if you don't do what I tell you to do. Unfortunately, that's for a lot of people. That's why a lot of people work for people. That's the only way they can get self-motivated. Most people in my situation I am financially set, guys. I am financially set. And since I got streams of passive income, I could generally say I'm set for life for the most part. But yet I get my ass up and I grind Monday through Friday like I'm fucking one paycheck away from being homeless. That's how I grind. I look at LeBron James. LeBron James worth $500 million. And this motherfucker's in peak condition. Not out chasing ass. Not out eating Big Macs and shit like this. Motherfucker always in the gym. Always with a six-pack. Self-motivated. Alright, guys. So you have to set deadlines, but you have to learn how to hold yourself accountable. If you just go past a deadline and it means nothing to you, then what the fuck does the deadline mean? It means absolutely nothing. If you ever watch any of those Biggest Loser shows, they have a certain extreme weight makeover. They have a year to put them in the best shape, but they don't come on no more. But it was one of my favorite shows. They gave themselves a year to get them in peak condition. And by them setting that deadline, instead of we just gonna lose some weight, damn right motherfuckers gonna be losing 250 pounds a year because they got a fucking deadline. All right, guys. So that's the key to accomplishing your goals, guys. Give yourself deadlines. All right, guys. I hope I cleared this up. You can't manipulate strong-minded people. If you got a woman that's mentally strong, there's nothing you can do to manipulate the situation. If she is mentally weak, then she would already be chasing you. So that's how I know where the issue is. That's how I know where the issue lies. If she's a mentally weak woman that has high interest, she would already be chasing you. Opposing if she had high interest. If she don't got high interest and you dating her, maybe you just don't do it for her. Let me talk about that a little bit too, guys. Sometimes, guys, you're gonna meet women and it's just gonna be one of those things where you just date them, ain't nothing you can do. You just don't do it for them like that. It's some women, guys, you're just not gonna be compatible with to raise them to high interest, and you have to be cool with that. I give y'all guys a case in point. Sometimes I date women that I like them, she alright, but for some reason it's just nothing she can do to get me like that. Like where I'm just like, you know, where I really, really like her. Because she just don't do it for me like that. And a lot of times that's going to be physically, right? A lot of times that's going to be physically. A lot of times you can see a woman, she could be perfect, she could cook, do all that shit, but she just like an 8 to you. And when somebody is an 8 to you, and since most of our attraction come from looks, when somebody's an 8 to you, you never just going to be fully fascinated with them. Usually that's going to be when somebody you perceive as a dime. And I say you perceive because it's all in the eyes of the beholder. Well, the same thing is going to happen to women. Some women you going to date and you just not, let's say you got a lot of charisma, but to her, you just don't do it for her. See, what's charisma to one woman might not be charisma to her. So you might just don't do it for her like that. And you have to be cool with that. Every woman that you're sleeping with, you're just not going to be able to raise their interest that high. It's just the way it is. Every woman that dates me, she's just not going to be able to raise my interest that high. I'm just telling you the truth. So you have to be cool with that. So even if you meet a mentally weak woman and you're doing everything right and you're on your purpose and you say all the right things, sometimes maybe physically or personality wise, you just don't knock her socks off like that. I hope I'm making myself clear on that. Sometimes you could do everything right. You could do all you could be as high value as you want to. And you, the person you are, maybe she's just not physically that attractive to you to where she just wants to chase you like that, even if she is mentally weak. Or maybe your personality or your charisma just doesn't appeal to her like that. And there's nothing you can do about that. Nothing. There's nothing you can pull back. You pull your ass right on out that door. You just don't do it for her like that. That's all in you playing the numbers game. And when I say numbers game, and just dating multiple women, some women are going to be fascinated with you and some not, guys. That's just the way it works, guys. All right. I hope I cleared that up. If any of you guys don't understand what I'm saying, write it down in the comments and hopefully I can clear it up. But bottom line is, no matter if you're doing everything right, with some women, you just won't ever do it for her like that. All right, guys. What's up, fellas? So I went to the iPick. This was on Labor Day weekend. This was the following Sunday after the damn little show y'all saw on the last vlog. And I came to see that movie, Don't Let Go. It's a pretty good movie, guys. I like it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll give it a 7.5. You know, I found it pretty good, so make sure you go check it out if you get a chance. But my boy, one of my patrons, True Story, he had an issue with a girl popping up at his crib. Guys, that's not an availability test. That's a shit test. You have to check her. That ain't something that you just brush off and say, oh, well, she's just checking to see if I was available. Fuck that. That is disrespect. You not in a fucking, even if you was in a relationship, you don't just pop up at people's house. You get them the courtesy and you call them and say, hey, you make plans with them. So guys, if a woman ever does that to you, she's on timeout. All right, you let her ass, you scold her real good to let her know that that shit is unacceptable. If you take that as an availability test, she's going to lose a little respect for you because she knows that's disrespectful. All right, guys, so make sure you always check women when they try to pop in like that. What's up, fellas? So I got a patron supporter that wanted to know, do friends lower your SMV? Basically, he has some lame, corny friends. So he wants to know, does that lower your SMV? But guys, you can go a little bit further than that. This can go for if you got broke friends, thug friends, knucklehead friends, whatever. Basically, do your friends lower your SMV? Guys, it depends. Everything in the dating game is subjective and based on preference. All right. So to some women, they put a great emphasis on your social circle. Some women put a great emphasis on your financial situation, and some women put a great emphasis on looks. All right. And I'll give y'all a great example of this. Like, as with me, I put a great emphasis on body. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. I want the woman to, within reason, the woman got to look decent in the face. But I'd rather take a woman with an average face and a banging body over a woman with a beautiful face and an average body. That's my preference. That's going to be the same situation with some females. The women that are big on what your social circle, social status and all this other shit, like, do you have some kind of status and shit? Some women are big on that shit. And you got some lame and corny friends, you goddamn right, you gonna turn them off. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. I would never tell you no guys no lie. You goddamn right, you gonna turn them off. If you run into a woman that is big on finances and you don't got your shit together, I'm gonna even tell y'all how deep this preference shit go. A woman could even find you very attractive. I'm talking about she could really find you attractive. But if she's a woman that's about them dollars, even if typically you are what she desires physically, if you are, and even if you got the charisma to go with it, if you're a dude that don't make what she feel like you should make, she ain't gonna give you the time of fucking day. And this is the case in point why I try to tell you guys, when I was living in that basement, some women mind, some women didn't. Well, why was that? Because for some women, they didn't put a great emphasis on my finances. All right, they was only cared about my personality, my charisma, and how I look. They didn't really care about my finances. For some women, it fucking mattered. And even I could see the high interest with some of these women on a date. I mean, I'm like, man, and you know, when you got a shitty place where you live and you got a woman that's showing high interest, man, you sitting there the whole fucking time thinking like, man, I hope my place don't fuck this one up. It's 50-50. It's 50-50. Whenever you got a high interest woman, any of you guys that don't got your living situation together, that's why I tell you to focus on your purpose. You never want to lose ass because your place is fucking shitty. You better off just buckling down for 6 months and getting that taken care of. Because, man, you're going to be leaving a whole lot of ass on the fucking table. If you run across women that care about finances, they are going to run for the hills when they see that. This don't mean you got to be a fucking millionaire. Some women just put an emphasis on having a nice car, having a decent place to live, and having a stable job. That's all. They ain't asking you to be Donald Trump. You ain't got to drive a Ferrari. Some women just want you to be stable. All right? Not in no fucking basement. Not riding no fucking motor scooter. All right? Or a car that look like it, you know, a piece of shit ass car that look like it's about to fucking break down at every fucking red light. All right, guys? So, yes, guys. Your friends do matter, but it matters to certain groups of women. The same way you guys have preferences. All right? The best way to get over all this shit, guys, is, like I tell you guys, is just to try to have all of it. Get your shit together, get in the gym, and fucking naturally through the gym and getting your shit together, your charisma will improve as best as it can. The same way your ass go to the gym. Just because you go to the gym don't mean you're going to build up to a 500 bench press. You got limitations on everything you fucking do, all right? You can only get so max out your ability in it. All right, guys, so it does no good to worry about it because all you can do, you can only get so tall, you can only run so fast, and you can only get so much charisma. All right, that's just our natural genetics. You can only get so fucking smart. All right, you got a brain capacity. All right, you never gonna be as smart as Albert Einstein was. All right, guys. So the best thing you can do is to improve yourself as best you can. This way, you limit your rejections as best you can. That's all you can fucking do. Put yourself in a position. You never want to lose. The worst one to lose ass on is because you ain't got your shit together. You never want to lose ass because you ain't got your shit together. For a woman, you're going to lose ass because a woman don't find you physically attractive. You can have a fucking 8-pack, all right, and a woman not find you attractive. All right, because she just might don't like the way you look. And ain't nothing you could do about it. I can't change my face genetics, so it don't do no good to fucking worry about that. All right, guys. As with your charisma is subjective, just like looks is subjective. To some of y'all guys gonna watch this and y'all think I'm very charismatic. Man, AMS got a lot of charisma. Some people watch my videos on YouTube and say, man, this motherfucker corny as shit. I go watch YouTube videos and shit. Motherfucker, I be like, man, this shit whack as hell. Motherfucker got 4 million subscribers. So somebody don't think his ass whack. I think he whack, but obviously 4 million other motherfuckers don't think he whack. Y'all think I'm great. Everybody don't think I'm great. All right. So charisma is subjective. All right. Some of y'all think I got charisma. A lot of people watch my videos and think I'm a fucking cornball. It ain't nothing you can get around it, guys. It's just the way it is. All this shit is subjective. Some women gonna find me attractive. Some women not. All right. So some women gonna care about even your social status. All right. What's social status? Well, what is social status? What status to one woman might not be status to another. All right. Some women gonna say, yeah, you got some status, but you local. Motherfucker, you ain't nationwide, worldwide. Some of you motherfuckers can be nationwide, and the women will say, well, yeah, but you ain't worldwide. All right. What is having your shit together? to one woman, she might say you having a car, having your own crib, and a stable job is having your shit together. To Nicole Murphy, on the other hand, she might think you're a fucking broke ass nigga. That's just the way it go, guys. It's no way of getting around it. We all have preferences. Just be the best version of yourself you can. You can't avoid rejection. That's just when I hear all this shit about does this raise my sexual market value? Or does this raise my sexual market value? All I hear is guys who trying to get around rejection. The bottom fucking line, guys. Some women are not even gonna give a fuck about your friends. Some will. All right, that's just the way it is, guys. All right, I'll get back with you guys later, man. I also wanted to add, guys, remember, we are what we hang around. So if you are hanging around lame and dusty and corny friends, understand that sometimes they can wear off on you. All right, you could be somebody in a masculine frame, but if you hanging around guys like that and shit like that, they can wear off on you. All right, so I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out, that a lot of times as we grow as men, that sometimes we have to distance ourselves from past friends. That's just the way it is. I can't hang around some of the guys I used to hang around because it's just gonna draw hate and envy. So it's best for me, if I'm gonna hang around somebody, they gotta be on a trajectory like me. All right, guys, even if they weren't corny or lame, you wanna hang around people that are on the trajectory as you. All right, not only does that keep you inspired, but it keeps away that jealousy. And watch what's gonna happen for long if you got these corny, lame, broke friends. And you on your purpose and you doing your shit, I guarantee you it's just a matter of time before you start seeing a little envy and jealousy. All right, it's just the way it is. As men, we want to be the top dog. Just the way it is. I guarantee you, if you got a circle of friends right now, I guarantee you, y'all do a little fucking dick, a little, have a dick swinging contest on Instagram. Little shit you doing with your little friends, you posting it, but you really trying to, you having a dick swinging contest with your fucking friends, your social circle. All right, you see it with women all the time. They got to post all their fucking trips because they in competition with their girlfriends. Every time they get a purse, every time they get a hair day, every time they get a new outfit, they got to post it on because they in competition with their girlfriends. And y'all guys had the same shit going on. So that's the thing with that, guys. So you want to make sure that you're just hanging around the right people. All right, guys, just want to clear that up also. What's up, fellas? And of course, I came back to the little hookah spot, and I just wanted to make this announcement too about this hookah spot. Being at this hookah spot, because I haven't been at a whole lot of hood spots, just made me realize just how easy hood women are easy to impress. Like when you be around these broke ass chicks, it is a hood spot, but they play good music. So that's why I normally don't go to hood spots since I've been in New York. I go to more high end spots. But this spot here actually plays some good, trap music, some music that I like to hear. The other spots really don't. And it just sitting around looking at the hood chicks, I'm like, it just reminded me of how easy it is to impress hood chicks.